public comment? George?
George Keeler. I want to inform you of something that happened on the day of the triathlon. Approximately 90 minutes after everybody had passed my house on their bicycles, my wife and I were out in the yard, and this child of about 8 years old came in the yard on his bicycle, and he was beyond hysterical. He did not know where he was. He had nobody around him. He had no idea where he was supposed to go. I calmed him down. I said, just take it easy. But that didn't work. He was shaking. He was so upset. So I said, he mumbled something about, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Well, what are you supposed to do? I mean, this kid was in bad shape. And I said, okay, look, I tried to point out, I said, that's where you need to be over there. I'm going to take you there. So I took his bicycle and I walked over there, and here he is. See, some guy's going to take me into friggin' woods. Because you got to go through the woods to get to across the ball field, down the path by the house that we've been going for the last 65 years or longer. And I took him over there, and then he says, but I don't know where I am. I says, you're all right. I says, that's where the race ends. I got over there were maybe a half a dozen people left. They were already packing up their things. And this kid was by himself. I have no idea which way he came in. He was just, he was beyond himself. And I got to thinking when I got walking back to the house across the ball field, you know what? Somebody should have had a butt kicked for letting this kid be out there by himself. I don't know whether they had a route for smaller kids. He was only like 8 years old. He couldn't tell me his name. He was so shaken, he couldn't tell me his name. He couldn't tell me his where he lived. It took an hour to get here. That's all he could remember. And I thought to myself, I don't know who run this thing this year, but they really, really dropped the ball. One kid is all it takes. So somebody better get somebody on the ball.
I don't think they have any kids program.
I kind of speak to that.
Yeah, Mike.
Mark Wilson, who runs the triathlon. First we did the adult triathlon, then we did the kids triathlon. The kids triathlon was a run around the ball fields, a short swim at the swimming area, and then a ride around our lake facilities.
Right, I get that.
And so what I'm going to do is I'll actually contact him after this later tonight, and then for next year we'll make sure for the kids triathlon.
Well, you got to be sure you got every single person off that course.
Yeah.
Because if that kid had fallen off between the lakes,
There was personnel that were out there, but they obviously did not see
he
that
said,
situation.
I never did this before. I don't know where I am. I never did this before. And I said, somebody deserves to have,
His parents.
yeah, you kind of think.
Okay, well, thank you.
But
And the other-
thanks for bringing that up, because I would have had no idea.
Yeah, well,
Because
like
he
I
came
say,
down
and, you know, they say timing is everything in life. We
Yeah.
just happened to be outside, and my wife tried to calm him down, but I never seen a kid so distraught in all my life. I mean, he was seriously,
Sure.
and of course, he was probably told by his parents, don't speak to strangers. Well, you know, you kind of get to a point where you got to do something.
Well, I'm glad that he found you.
I told him, you're lucky, you got the nicest guy in Pine Plains.
Thank you, George.
One other thing, I talked to Don a while back. Pilch Drive is getting in bad shape again. There's holes in the road. And we need to get the busiest street in Pine Plains under town control at some point. It's got to be done, you know, and it's never going to be cheaper than it is now. I don't know what the procedure would be to go in there and take the road over.
That's still Dale Mitchell's?
Yeah, as far as I know. He's the one you got to deal with. I know the last time, Heather, didn't you fix it the last time? Did you fix it?
Yeah, I was wanting to fix it.
Yeah, right, but I mean, this can't go on. I mean, oh, and one other thing, as you're pulling out of there, get a hold of the state. I almost hit a motorcycle the other day because of the bushes growing up by the road. And if you're in lower car, forget it, you can't see nothing coming.
Okay.
That's all I have to say. Court's adjourned.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Hi, my name is Ray Christensen, and I would actually like to address the current status of the senior program. Myself and Catherine, she's not here tonight, this happened a little bit before Mike took over. We are receiving a lot of complaints from the seniors. And I just want to let you guys know, because it's kind of really frustrating to me because this program started out with nothing. And our former supervisor came to me and asked me to start this program. And I asked if there was a budget at the time. There was no current budget. He offered me a slight salary, I turned it down. I wanted it all to go toward the senior program, sorry. And I gave over 500 hours of my time to this, volunteering. And all I'm hearing is bad things about it. And it really frustrates me. I put my heart and soul into this program. And I'm sorry to say, but when Lori came in, you guys did not even approach me as the director of the senior program and made out the entire schedule for the whole year without even consulting me, which I don't understand to this point.
I have to think about that.
Huh?
I have to think about that
Okay.
because I'm not sure it's accurate. And there were some other extenuating circumstances. So I think we should talk about this together. We can sit
Okay.
down. Alice is taking over,
Okay.
and Mike, and we can figure out, sit down and listen to what you have to say.
Because it seems like I was actually just pushed out. I
And
mean, I was there 5 hours every week, even if there was only one person. And, you know, I don't see anything really happening with it. I mean, we had numerous Department of Aging would come in, free hearing tests, we had meditation, 5 bus trips, parties, luncheons, where we would involve every different restaurant in the town, so we spread it out throughout the community. And none of this is happening now.
no, we're doing potlucks
Potlucks is a free event, where is the budget going?
to, we've got
We only
a
did
bunch of-
potlucks to bring more people
Right,
together.
we've got a bunch of bus trips and all kinds of stuff, so let's sit down and talk about it.
Okay,
I think there are some personality differences in the group, and so there's a lot of things that are at play here
okay,
that we need to talk about.
all right.
Okay, great, thank you. Anybody else?
Well, I'll just say, I'm Alice Kenbeck-Nuccio. I grew up in this town and moved away for a few decades, and I'm back. And I'm very honored and thrilled to be taking this position as confidential secretary of Derek. And I hope I can do it with style and grace. I have a lot to learn, but I'm willing to do it, and I'm approachable, so if there's an issue, come see me, call me.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we're on to resolutions and amendments. I didn't want to talk about Twyla here, I want to talk about it in the Twyla place on the agenda. So, the budget amendment that I need to make is just to move the banner revenue line. We're gonna have to just do this whenever we get enough money in that, back to the expenses line. So it's $1,775, and I wanna move it from its revenue line, which is 2001, to the banner's expenses line, which is 71404.01.000.52.
I thought
You're gonna
is
have to
that going
repeat
where
that.
the
It's
banner
go-
money is for the rec